Just leaving Kuyaya Falls, or I think it's pronounced Kuyoyo. Spectacular three-tier waterfalls. We only managed to get to the first one because the people we're travelling with decided not to go up further today, so we're going to come back next time and maybe go up to the second tier, third tier. But spectacular, even just the first tier. Some beautiful shots. It wasn't easy to photograph actually, quite difficult. So we're just loaded up and we're waiting to go in the van behind me. We've got all the camera gear in, so we're going to head up north to El Nido. We come from Taytay, so we're heading north on Palawan Island. When we get to El Nido, I think there's talk of a canopy walk up in the trees, so that'll be quite interesting. I'm not sure I'm up for that, to be honest. Probably have a lot of camera shake on that one through nerves, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get some more good footage for you. But the first tier waterfall there was not the biggest in the world, but pretty spectacular, I must say. But quite difficult to photograph in the humidity, but even in the forest it's quite warm, but I should be used to it by now. It's still hard going, and very harsh light also, where the sun just gleaming through the trees, so you had a lot of big contrast, a lot of dynamic range, high, very dark, very light. So you had to really scout around to pick a good shot, a good spot, sorry, not a shot, a good spot to set up and compose the waterfall. But were very well worth it. So I think we're scouting around Palawan, we're sort of discovering further north, and with a view to putting a photographic tour together for 2020 next year. There's lots of good places already, from the capital, Puerto Princesa, in the south, and as I say, we're working our way up through the middle, up to the north coast. Very rocky, spectacular waterfalls in between. Some great old colonial architecture as well, Spanish architecture. It's fantastic. So there's a real mix of, if we can get this photo tour together for next year, it's a real mix of, you know, proper travel stuff, nature, architecture, people, culture. So hopefully we'll see what we can do when we're at the end of the tour in another probably couple of months' time, and put that together, put it up on the website, and with the photographs of each stage as we've gone along, so we can put that together in about 1 week or 10-day tour maybe here in Palawan. So fingers crossed we'll see you in El Nido. Welcome back. We're in El Nido. We decided to give the canopy walk a miss because there were certain people that didn't fancy it, and we were a bit too late to make it because you're only allowed up in groups, obviously, for safety, and the queue was too long. So we gave that a miss this time, but we'll go back and get that. So we've come to El Nido and we're standing on this man-made pier, which is with fantastic views. I'm going to try and catch the sunset of this mountain here, hopefully, during a long exposure. I'm going to head back down this pier and get like a leading line, because there's like an outlet from the river into the sea, or vice versa, the sea into an outlet into the trees beyond. So we're just going to walk back down. I thought I'd show the view from this end. You can see the sun's got about 1 hour until it sets, I think. So we're going to head back and set up and compose the image, and just wait until the colours change and the harsh sunlight fades out, and to try and get a nice smooth shot with that iconic mountain in the background. Our composition, this is the one I was talking about when I was walking back from the pier of the mountain. We've got this lovely leading curvy line, the river outlet into the sea. I've taken a test shot on the back of the camera. I'm not sure if you can see that properly. It's obviously of the view in the distance. I focused on the mountain, and it was a 500th of a second at f9 ISO 100. So it does look nice still image like that. It'd be good in black and white because the light is quite harsh, but it works. So I'm just going to go with a long exposure. I'm going to fit this lovely pure black glass format high-tech ND Firecrest 16 filter. Now it's a bit of a mouthful, so I'll shorten that for you. So it's a Firecrest ND16 made by a Format High-Tech. Superb filter. I use this mostly for all my long exposures. So it's 16 stops. So I've got to now calculate back from a 500th of a second. I'm going to have to allow for a little bit of overexposure because the light is fading, obviously, towards sunset. So I'm going to allow for a little bit of overexposure. I've calculated around 4.5 minutes, so I'm probably going to go to 5 minutes as the light is fading, as I said. Hello, yeah, we've exposed for 4.5 minutes. We're just waiting for the camera to write it to the memory card, because I've put obviously the long exposure noise reduction on, so we've got to wait another 4.5 minutes for it to do that, take out all the light bouncing around to smooth it out. Just wanted to say that I included the smaller island to your right, if you can make that out, just to show the sheer scale of this one, the main subject, and then one off to the right of that also. I wanted to point out I couldn't really use a neutral density graduate filter because look at the shape of the mountain. I really would have liked to cut out a lot of that brighter part of the sky, but it wasn't really possible even with a soft ND grad. So I've just gone for the 16 stop, as I said, ND Firecrest, and we're just waiting for it to write to the memory card now to have a look. So it may need a little bit more exposure. It may be a correct exposure that I've calculated. May need to take it again, but obviously once I get it right, you'll be the first people to see it.